Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird and wonderful world. And today it was super nice out, so I decided to take a walk downtown around Main Street and everything. And along Main Street, of course, there's Spin So I couldn't pass by Spin without going and checking what they had for CDs. I mean, I've been through there plenty of times, but I know there's always something that will pop out. I mean, they don't really have anything I'm looking for, but they do have a just enough to yeah. So I had been looking for a particular song for a long time. I'm going to show you in the order that I actually saw them and like because I'm going through each one like the A's, the B's, the C's, and going into the different genres of the pop rock, and then I go and look in the metal section, and I'll go and look in the punk section and see what I can't find, but I've been wanting this particular song for a long time. I have it in a different form, okay, but it wasn't the song I grew up on with the one on the radio. So I had this one before, okay, the Animals Magic. I've had this for a while, and it has that song number four, San Franciscan Nights, but it's not the version I've been wanting. It's not. It's not been. It's And I looked at a couple of other greatest hits, and they just did. It was just never the right one. So finally, I spin it today. I picked up this, the best of Eric Burden and the Animals, which is great because not only does it have finally the proper San Francisco Nights track number eight, okay, it has Sky Pilot too, which is another great song I love from the Animals. So I'm pretty happy to pick this up. That was an $8 CD there. So as you know, when you go to spin it, you buy two, you get the third one free. But you gotta be careful what you get because they do have there is a little tiny stipulations here and there, and I'll explain that in a moment. Okay. But it doesn't matter. It's still worth it regardless. I still like going to spin it whenever I can because I made them play that, okay, just before buying it because I wanted to make sure it had the proper San Francisco Nights on it. Now actually before making this video I just played it. I just played it. So yeah. So it was, I know it works. So I also needed the first one of this, the debut album of this band, okay? And I can't believe it wasn't on my list. I should have like I'm pretty sure I mentioned it for the 60s because it was late 60s album, but it doesn't see I didn't write it down anywhere. It should have been written here somewhere in there between February of '96 and December of '96. But I know this was released in '96, or I believe it was, or if it was early '70. But I kind of forget now. But at least I have it now. But I thought I mentioned it, but I guess I may have not. But I needed it. Now I finally have it. I got Led Zeppelin, the primary one, the debut. Of course, it has all great stuff on it. Good times, bad times. Oh well, you know what's on it. It's all good. So it's not even in there at the moment because it's in the uh, it's in the player. And as soon as I'm done playing them, and I'll be doing that with the animals here. I'll take I like taking off the sticker. Some people keep it on there, but I like taking off the price sticker, and I'll take an eraser, like these white gum erasers, and erase that off. You just erase it off like it was a. And if it was on the clear ones, right? Because they'll use a black marker on a clear one sometimes, and you can just take your shirt and wipe it off. But on the black covers here, it's better to just take an eraser. So I keep it on there because just in case for some reason it's defective, I can bring it in and get a substitute for another CD. So that's why I like to play these to make sure they work. Okay. And so, but I know this is on my list. I gotta just to go back and make sure I want to circle that because I'm pretty sure it was on my list. I just gotta look for it here quickly. Was it on the first page or the second page? No, is it? No, no, that was 80s. I'm on the wrong spot. Yeah, sorry, this is 80s. So that would have been. I know I have it here. Just bear with me. I should have did this beforehand, but I wasn't sure. Oh, is it there? I'm sure I wrote it down. Oh yeah, right there. Okay, I'm gonna cross that out or I'll circle it as gotten. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do with these lists. I'm gonna rewrite them again so they're all nice and neat and proper. I kind of been scribbling them down here, but yeah, there we go. I wanted to get this. I mentioned it, so it's Def Leppard's Pyromania. Def Leppard's Pyromania, January of 1983. I now have it. I saw it there and like, okay, okay. The first 4 or 5 albums of of Def Leppard, I really do like. I haven't played. I haven't heard anything uh after the first 4 or 5 albums. Like I don't think I'm not sure if I heard anything after Hysteria. I'm pretty sure Hysteria was the last album that I kind of really, heard because I used to have some Def Leppard on cassette, but I do like Def Leppard enough to get Hysteria. I want Hysteria. I want to get High and Dry. I want to get On Through the Night. So they're good albums. So, but I am happy to have that. I will be playing that soonish too. And then I saw this here for $6, and I said, I need it because I ended up getting this a couple of weeks earlier, at least 3 4 weeks earlier. So I ended up getting the Prodigy Breathe. That was a few weeks ago. So they had this today. They had the Fat of the Land, Prodigy. Now I have because this is the edit version of Breathe and a couple of other things here. But this is the actual album with Breathe and it has Firestarter, which is what I wanted. So this is the album I wanted. It wasn't mentioned in my iconic albums list, but it should have been mentioned because now I have it. I like it. So those were the albums I got. A quick recap. So, so I ended up getting, yeah, where is it? Where's the other one? Yeah, oh, that, yes. So it was, of course, the Eric Burden and the Animals the Best of for that San Francisco Nights. Finally got the copy I wanted. Then you get the Led Zeppelin one, and then you get the Pyromania, Def Leppard, and Prodigy, Fat of the Land. So now I have Breathe and Firestar. But there's good stuff on this. I like the whole thing. You know. So yeah, awesome. I will give you maybe a quick review next time I see you. But okay, before I let you go, well, I just my pen just fell out of my hand and went into the wastebasket. Before I let you go, just know that I'm going to do one more episode for my iconic albums series where I'm going to go through the 2000s, but I'm going to do it in a much different format than I did with all the other ones. It's kind of the last video in the series to punctuate everything. And also tonight, I'm done filming this, and I want to post them back to back. I'm going to be doing a tier list, the same tier list that Larry Graves did on one of his channels. I forget which one exactly, but he did a tier list for 100 of the best rock albums, and so I'm going to be doing the same tier list that he did. Of course, it's going to be a different type of a ranking than Larry. We're from two different generations. You cannot expect me and him to have the same taste and the same judgment of music. And I just want to make just say that there's nothing wrong with that. That I love that people have their taste in music, and it always gets me like bewildered of like why does it matter if they like or dislike what you like or dislike? Can't you just be happy that you have the music that you like and it makes your day, and that you have your fans also that like what you like? Okay, let people like what they like. If it's not the same as yours, it doesn't matter. It's just like it bewilders me that people have that music snobbery. Not necessarily, okay, no, not necessarily music snobbery. It's just that they a little bit too judgmental about other people's taste in music. It's so subjective. It's not objective. You can't really be objective with music. Although I'm gonna try on a couple of videos. All right. So before I babble too long, I'm gonna let you go because I do want to make that other video very soon. It'd be fun doing another tier list, of course. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do because I will love you forever and greatly appreciate it. And of course, don't be afraid of the like button and leave a comment. I will do everything in my power to comment back. I'm going to like even after this, I'll be going back and checking to see what if there's any comments I missed, of course, and then I'm going to be basically turning off the internet for a while, okay? So if I don't comment back right away from these videos, don't worry about it. I will see it eventually and will comment back. I may not be right after this because I am planning on doing some drawing. I want to listen to some music, of course, and I'm planning on doing some drawing no matter what. I've been kind of putting it off for the last couple of weeks, but I'm dying to get back to doing that artwork for Glenn Calloway from the basement. There's a few pictures that I want to do, like I'm doing for him. So I need to get to that. I went and bought some pens and some new pens in that today. I'm kind of obsessed with these. Yeah, I'm going to drag this out just a tiny bit. I I love these Pigma pens. I picked up a 12. Yeah, I picked up a 12. Okay, but I also wanted to pick up an extra because I do use them a lot and I love these. Well, I did. I already have. I already have. I already had one, but I got another one here. Now I bought a second one. These are the super micro. If you could see that it's 0.005 millimeters. So it's tiny. It's like it's not meant for pressing hard at all. You want to be a super delicate because that is like yeah, and they're not cheap. They're like $6. $6 for these pens, but I'm going to be doing some fantastic work with them. I'm looking yeah forward to. Like I said, I've been dying to get back to drawing. So I want to work on those pictures for Glenn. All right, okay. I think now I babbled a little bit too much. Everybody, be safe. Take care. I will see you on the flip side. And please, everybody, have a great day, evening, morning, night, or afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody. See, you never know when I'm going to actually finish, so you want to keep watching till the end. Peace, everybody.